Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Of the closing doors, please.
It's alive!
Transfer is available.
The next and last stop is...
You're tuning into the SubwayCreatures. You're tuning into the Subway.
Welcome to another episode of Subway Creatures. I am your host, Rick McGuire, joined alongside Kim Congdon and Freddie B. TV.
What's up?
You know what? I ain't gonna rap today because I'm feeling real celebrity-like. So celebrity Freddie B is in the building, y'all.
Oh, good. Can't wait for this one. He actually came with no sunglasses on and just put those on about 10 seconds ago.
That's a lie.
It's fucked up because he didn't even commit to walking in. He just
that's my
becomes
point.
the character. As
That's
soon
my
as
point. And people won't get it, but
Look
it's
at him.
8:15 at night right now.
No, it's
And,
not.
Well,
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Look at
man.
Brian, our producer's nodding his head.
Yeah, man. I'm drinking my little potion I got.
What are you drinking?
This is Louis the 28th.
What?
Not the 13th, but the 28th because it's double what you normally get.
Oh shit!
well,
I don't know what that is still.
Either way,
it's some rich people stuff.
Oh, still.
we have a
that's
nice
why.
little audience here today,
We do.
which is per usual. I like how we're doing this now. We're keeping a consistent audience coming in on for these podcasts.
It's crazy.
Which is
We
good.
put out tickets to come watch our podcast, and every week we sell out. We fill this studio up, and there's a
We
line
s-
out the door. And
we
Alex
sell
is,
out.
Like
you should see. It looks like
these
fucking
seats-
Black
these are-
Friday outside. People are waiting.
These seats are pretty expensive, and they sell it all the time, right?
Yeah, these girls are rich.
I think those
Behind
seats are almost
Rich number one.
What are we gonna call them? Like
Rich number
the those are the seats that it's like the I don't want to say VIP, but it's like they really usually get fucked up in those seats.
Use
Like
the vi-
people,
I have to tell you,
it's
though.
the splash zone.
I have to tell you, I was holding this until the podcast.
Oh my God! Hashtag me too, Rick. Jeez.
The splash zone.
Right.
See,
He
that's
just
where his
goes
head
there.
goes. That's where his head
Oh,
goes.
well, okay, splash zone.
Because of the drinks. Everyone always has drinks sitting over there.
Good recover.
Jesus.
Good recover. Hold on, wait, my glasses ain't off. Okay, boom. Let me get this.
Are you
I had
good?
to. I was saving this for when the podcast started, but I have to tell you, your girlfriend looks like someone who fucking hates me.
So how
it
much
looks
do
like
you
the
hate
girl.
her?
No, I'm so happy that someone that looks like that girl likes me.
Okay.
Because this girl hates me. I don't hate the girl, but she hates me.
Is that why when you guys met, you were kind of twitching? You had like a twitch.
Well, I was just shocked that she
you
looked
went
so
to a
much
dark
like her, and
place?
then she talked to me, and their voices were the same too, and I was like, "Whoa!"
So
it's
quick.
like
How long
very-
ago did this episode happen? Whatever it was that happened.
You
with the
talking about
girl
on your
who hates
plane
you?
when a girl spit in your boyfriend face?
No,
Oh.
I've never seen that girl again in my life.
I thought you were saying she looked like her.
No,
Or am I-
No, not that
just
girl.
a girl that
specifically,
actually
just-
has like a
oh,
vendetta.
girl.
What
Right.
does vendetta mean? I think that's the right word.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah,
Against
it
me.
is.
So
You're using that in the right.
Human
I am
dictionary.
a vendetta
Yeah, I got you.
against me,
Human dictionary here. I got you.
but your girlfriend looks just like her, and it's just
I
like
really
I'm
don't know
just
how to
gonna
take this.
pretend
I don't know if it's a good
that
thing
me
or a
and that
bad
girl
thing.
are friends
or-
again.
Yeah.
So next time I was there, I'm like, it was cool drinking with you last time, and see what she says.
They're pulling up vendetta for you. So
A blood feud in which the family of a murdered person. Okay, this is not exactly what happened with me and this girl. Wait,
that's
put that back up.
that's
Holy
the-
fuck. A blood feud in which the family of a murdered person seeks vengeance on the murderer or the murderer's family.
Look at the second definition. The
Whoa,
second
a
definition to look
prolonged
at.
bitter
That's the
quarrel with
first
a
one.
campaign against someone.
yeah, I think that's when it's more commonly used.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the
Yeah.
second definition. It's
But
kind of like the word
honestly,
gay. The
that's
word
some
gay
fucking
means
Game
happy.
of Thrones shit.
Right.
The word gay means happy, but we
No.
more commonly use it as you like the same sex now. So
Right.
it's kind of like the same concept.
You could use it either way.
Vendetta, yeah.
So guys,
I
let's
use it to make fun of someone that's being dumb. Like, that's gay. Still, I'm like, I'm
use
real
it-
90s.
I use it to say I'm happy. My friends don't like it, but
listen.
whatevs.
You know the PC goes out the door in here, so it's just the way
Very
it
true.
goes. Let's
That's
jump
just
right
the
into this.
way
We
it
got
goes.
we got a lot of
We
topics to
say
talk
the
about.
F and N word. Okay.
Is that your phone ringing
Oh,
right
I
now?
didn't even know that was my phone.
I
ringing.
thought he was dropping a beat.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I was dropping a beat for her because she was making a song.
No, and I don't
Go
even
ahead.
want to mention it, but there was no freestyling at the beginning of the episode, which
There
I was
was a
very
little
happy
bit.
about.
You missed it. It was very
Yeah,
undertoned.
it's very future like.
Trust me.
I was more like future.
No matter how small the nail is, you can hear it on the chalkboard or over on this end of the
Yeah,
table.
when I go back to listen to the episode, I'm sure I'll hear
Right
it.
now, Rick looks so disgusted. That whole little part, he looked so disgusted. He's like, I'm glad there was no rapping. Like, it was. He was like, really? I'm so disgusted.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So guys, jump right into this. we need to talk about this because it would be irresponsible of us not to. The L train that was potentially going to shut down is no longer going to shut down. This is huge news for people in New York City, both good and bad. It was actually pretty weird story in the sense that they were planning 3 years. The planning went into shutting this line down and figuring out how they were going to fix it. And in
My
the last
friends do this exact thing with relationships all the time.
So yeah, I know what you mean. And in 3 weeks, it took for the governor to come in. I think it was yesterday, as of Thursday. Walked in and just made an announcement and said, "By the way, we're not going to shut it down. I have a different plan," which is weird because it makes you wonder where were you, buddy? 3 years ago when they started planning all this stuff.
Anytime a guy pops in and he's like, "We're fine, I have a plan," I'm like, "Do you?"
Well, I think that's the biggest.
Did you really think it out yet? Or
that's what everyone's worried about because they're like, "Wait a minute, you just walked in and just said we're not going to shut it down. You have a plan," and apparently, his plan includes technology that has not even been used in the U.S. So
in the U.S. Yeah, I read he found it in Europe.
Yeah, so they're like, "Is this even going to work?" So now everyone's like, "Well, fuck now." Now this could just push everything back even more. Then you have the people who live in Williamsburg who are now up in arms, flipping the fuck out because a lot of people moved. A lot of people changed their jobs based around, this is how lazy we are nowadays. So people were moving and changing their jobs based on the fact that they weren't going to have a train right outside their door to get to Manhattan, which... in a way, I can't really blame them. It was going to be absolute chaos once that line shut down.
Yeah.
But so now people are talking about a possible lawsuit because they all sold their homes, they left, and now they're like, "Well, I had to relocate, and now you guys are telling us that it's not going to shut down." I don't know anything about the logistics of that.
Lawsuit? Like, can you sue someone for being dumb?
Right. How about the people who changed jobs who were like, "Yeah, I'm not working at this company anymore."
Why would you do that when you're not sure yet?
Right.
That is some privileged stuff right there. That's privilege right there. I can't imagine. I got this job. The train shut down. Fuck this job. I'm gonna get a new job. Like I can't imagine that. It's like I'm gonna walk far to work now. That's just what that is. But some people, I saw in that same another article, a guy moved to Crown Heights.
That's a big difference there.
Right. That's like he was in Williamsburg, moved to Crown. That's basically like moving across town. He moved to Crown Heights in Brooklyn, and then he heard about this, and then in the New York Post interview, he got a whole bunch of like bleeps in his. you got to guess at what he said. He was and I think he's one of the people like he was going to sue.
See, yeah, I think.
But who do you sue?
Well, that's the thing. What do you sue the city? I have no idea.
State?
I don't know how that works.
City? MTA?
If you find out who to sue, let me know because I got a few complaints about the city. I'll throw some lawsuits.
Yeah, imagine if all of a sudden that sets off a chain reaction.
Yeah, I fucking scraped my knee my finger at the subway station. Now I gotta go get checked to make sure I don't turn into fucking Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, you've got bigger problems than a lawsuit there. You might be dying.
Where'd you scrape yourself?
Have AIDS.
Yeah, HIV. I know.
Yeah. No, it jumped right to AIDS. There was no middleman of HIV there. It's jumping right to AIDS. You've got a couple days.
T-cell count fell through the floor. You just got AIDS. Yeah, instant AIDS.
Oh man, that would have been awesome if they just started playing Philadelphia music right there. That would have been great.
Wow.
But obviously there was the property value, that it just was doing a roller coaster. And all those people who bought property back there it's skyrocketing again after hitting that low. So that's another reason people are freaking out.
That's pretty cool for the people that bought in Williamsburg and now get an L train and some cheap ass property.
Imagine if Cuomo was the one who went in and bought all the property up and now he's like, "Oh, we're not going to close it down." Like an inside
Cuomo like, "Gotcha."
And then he's reselling. Now he's going to double spike.
Yeah.
I'm getting horny just off that investment he made. Wow. I'm going to go watch Wolf of Wall Street and masturbate.
Moneyball.
So obviously, the L train does not affect everyone who's listening, mainly just New Yorkers, but we would be it would be irresponsible of us to not talk about that, at least for a second. In other news, yesterday, again, but this is a little more universal. So a dog got loose on the train tracks.
A dog.
A dog.
Hold on.
and people were stuck on the trains for hours.
No.
Because they turned off the power to the train tracks because the dog was running around.
Hey, look, guys, look.
Oh.
Listen.
No.
Listen.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Guys, if you could
dog should've
play
been shot.
the video where we actually have a video of the train conductors. If we could turn the volume up on this, because this is all about the volume.
Our dog, you're holding us. It's the police that's holding us at this time because the dog is roaming on the tracks. Trying to retrieve it. Once they catch the dog, we'll proceed. We do apologize for the delay.
My God. The anger I'm feeling.
So you're on the train and you get that announcement.
No.
There's a dog on the tracks.
I
we
kick
cannot
the door
move.
sometimes.
We cannot move until
I'm one of those
they
people.
catch the
Why
dog.
do you kick the door?
I will just kick the door.
So-
if I get stuck and they make an announcement, I'll just kick the door.
There's a full-on temper tantrum.
Yeah.
So, well, they
Yes.
were saying people were going in between cars and like going to the bathroom because they didn't know what else to do. I mean, you have
Anarchy.
So it was a couple hours. It was about 2 hours that people were trapped.
No.
Mainly
Did you say 2 hours?
2 hours. Mainly the Williamsburg Bridge because that's where they caught the dog.
Of course.
So they were on the bridge. So it's you're up on this bridge, no power. It's late at night. So when they kill the power, mainly the lights go out. I think they have like backup lights, like a security light, but either way, the lights go out and you're sitting there. Now it was 2 hours, but you don't know that it's going to be 2 hours. You're just at the mercy of this dog getting caught. There's actually a video of the dog running on the tracks.
Oh, let's see it.
Guys, it's in the link that I sent. If you could pull up the video in that link. Now, let me just preface this by saying, so here's the video. Let's just watch this real quick.
That might be a rat.
It actually,
It might be a rat. It might be a. I need to
You can
hear
hear
a
the
bark.
white girls crying. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, white people love their dogs.
I can't believe there's not more white people running on the tracks with the dog.
I'm surprised nobody jumped down there like, I'm going to save you,
so
Fido.
actually, it was pretty funny that you
Why
mentioned.
do all white people name their dog Frou Frou? None,
How many fucking foo-foos do you know? Let's be real.
but it's so funny to say.
Frou. Yeah.
Frou Frou.
Got an angry contingency behind you.
None of these three find that funny at all. Like, hey, you got
Neither
hold
do their
on.
dogs Frou Frou.
So you're stuck on this bridge 2 hours. You have no idea what's going on, how long you're going to be there. People are pissing on the trains. It's honestly sounds like my worst nightmare.
What?
So they cut the power. First responders came. The dog was unharmed. They wound up catching the dog. He was
know that.
unharmed. But the story is weird. There's a weird story about what happened afterwards.
Okay.
It just turns out where this dog came from. So on December 30th, a woman left town. She gave the dog to a dog service. She traveled across the country. The dog service, which apparently was very reliable, let the dog out and realized that there wasn't a leash on it, and the dog took off.
Okay.
They never contacted the owner. I think that they were pulling like an Ace Ventura where they were going to try and just find it before
They got a
anyone
lawsuit.
realized.
Yeah.
But I think it came to the point where they're like, fuck, like it's now been a few days. Like we need to just let her know. So they didn't let her know until January 3rd. So the dog was out there for 4 days wandering the streets before they reported it to the owner, who still was out of town. So the owner gets back. The owner then posts like across social media, hey guys, my dog's out there. Please, I'm looking for him. And so coincidentally, one of her friends saw the dog running on the subway tracks when he was on one of the trains going the opposite direction. So he texted her and he was like, I just saw your dog running down. Can you imagine getting a text like that? I just saw your dog running down the train tracks in the subway. So she notified MTA. MTA said, there's nothing we can do. No one reported seeing
That
her.
looks like a fox.
Right, that's a whole fox.
That's not a dog.
Do we know what kind of dog
This
it
bitch
is?
had a fox. That ain't no
it's a
damn
fox.
dog. She had a fox.
The dog does
Eating
look
ducks
like a
and
fox.
chickens and stuff.
It does look like a fox. I don't know what kind of
Why
breed
that was like a
Like we
halal
saw-
shortest in the city. I'm trying to get chicken over
I
rice.
think
I
that might
couldn't.
be a Jindo.
Like we saw your
what?
dog with a hound.
A judo. What? He do karate?
I think that's a Jindo. I don't know the breed, but it looks like a Jindo.
Like we saw your dog with a hound and a talking
Bruh.
owl. It's like, whoa, that's a fox. I've
Yeah.
seen that.
Why
movie.
do you know the breed? What did you just say?
a Jindo.
No, and look, there's a joke that I found so funny that you just made me think about it. It was like white people can't tell the difference between black people, but they know all these different breeds of dogs. I thought about that. What is a Jindo?
That's not really funny, Michael Jordan.
Is this another Jindo?
No, but I honestly, this is a great spot for Kim to make her transitioning joke because you are doing it again where you're wearing your scarf over your head. So don't get me started.
He looks like Saddam Hussein's wife.
I was about to do something about it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm not going to perpetuate that joke.
Okay. So woman got the text from the guy, notified MTA. So finally enough people saw the dog where MTA is like, fuck. They shut down almost like all the subway lines. So people not only on Williamsburg Bridge were trapped, but there were people trapped all over because they were trying to locate this dog. So that's the owner and that's the dog.
Oh, this is the owner, this is the
She's
dog.
cute.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I had to shoot that dog.
yeah, so for those of you listening, we have a picture of the owner with the dog.
The dog looks
This
smug as
obviously
fuck.
made news because when you shut down the New York City subway for 2 hours over a dog running across the tracks, I mean, that's a big deal. That's
She is attractive.
you're going to piss a lot of people off. I mean, if it was a person, people would be pissed. So,
But if it was a person, would you think they would shut the whole subway?
oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind.
I think they would have shot him with like a tranquilizer and then knocked him down. And
I
it
mean,
wouldn't have
the
been 2
dog
hours.
being shut down on the train for 2 hours. After about an hour and a half, I'm like, let's just crank the train up and see what happens. Because
Not even an hour and
we
a
all have
half,
fucking
45
lives.
minutes. Let's
yeah,
see,
45 minutes. I'm like, we all have lives here, bro.
This dog will see this train coming and, he's
He'll
pretty fast.
run.
He
They
got
have
4
instincts.
legs.
Yeah.
He's agile. He's
I'm
agile.
surprised, to be honest with you, that dog made it through the subway for that long. I
He's
mean,
a Jindo, though. So
I mean,
sounds agile.
that could have been a few days that he was running through the system and managed to make it through. So that dog better do something special with its life because it's.
What is this company that lost the dog, though? Because they bogus as hell.
So the woman didn't want to name the company, but obviously I think they need to be outed because that's a pretty big deal that not only did you lose the dog, but you're not going to contact the owner and let them know that you lost the dog. You're going to hope that you find the dog before the owner gets back and not say anything.
That's childish as hell. That's something we all did as kids. We did something.
Oh,
Like, I'm not
hell
going to tell
yeah.
my mom.
Oh, hell
Hold
yeah.
on, wait,
As
wait,
I
wait,
say
wait,
that,
wait.
I absolutely would do the same fucking thing if that were me.
Me too. I'd be like, we don't need a lawsuit. Find that
No,
dog.
I swear to God, I would do the same thing as Ace Ventura. I would find a dog that looks like that dog and be like, this is your dog now.
I'd be like,
I'm
weird.
sorry.
It doesn't know how to sit anymore. I don't know. Not my problem. Shouldn't leave it so long.
Yeah.
Like, what if dog just bite me?
Listen, there's other ways of handling
Here's
that.
your new dog. This
But,
is a cat.
In other train news,
Wait, I have a question.
Go.
I thought of something the other day, and tell me if this would be a stupid idea or not, because I was stoned. Am I playing footsies with you?
Who?
Okay.
You playing pussy with the leg at the table.
Couldn't they have why don't they have trains where they just have like let's say they have a train that comes every 20 minutes, right? One specific train. It's the color purple.
Oh, this sounds very high.
And it's
I
where
can't wait to hear the rest of
and
it.
it's where people that don't have anywhere to sleep can just sleep. It's full of sleeping people.
And what does it do? It just goes on a
It
loop.
just keeps going.
It's just a loop of
And-
homeless people
yes.
and drunk people.
Yes, and it's like everyone go there.
It is. It's called the J train, and
Oh.
it just goes in circles, and people sleep on it.
Oh,
and-
okay. So now I know where to stay away from.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind
It's not
then.
purple, but
Let's proceed.
It's brown.
it's
brown
It's
for doodling
brown,
because that's where
exactly.
everybody is pooping
yeah.
on the train.
So in other news, and this was funny, and this included Florida, Kim. So
the best
New
state in the
Jersey
nation.
Transit ran into what they call aggressive panhandler, someone who has just constantly been annoying passengers, I guess always on the train, asking for money. So NJ Transit bought him a one-way ticket to Florida and sent his ass to Florida.
No.
He is Florida's problem now.
That is bogus as hell.
So how funny is that though? They're like,
Yo.
let's send him to Florida with the rest of them.
That's
Jersey is trash as a state. You're like y'all are a trash
Shut
state.
the fuck up!
That is trash
I gotta
as hell.
stand up for Jersey on
How
this
you
one,
just
though.
sending your homeless people to other states? Like there is no unity, no America.
Florida looked at that guy and was like, "We'll take him. He's not that bad."
We got a spot for him down here.
in the Everglades.
Come here, brother.
Where
I know what they did. They
where, are
sent
you,
us to the Everglades.
where are you from down there?
I lived in Melbourne, Florida, which is close to Orlando, and I went to school in Gainesville, which is like very swampy. So no Miami, no city, all woods.
So it sounds like this is probably where they sent this guy.
Yeah, he's living with my mom now.
They sent him to Melbourne.
I'm sure.
Melbourne.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds
Gainesville.
right.
They're like, oh, you know what? They asked me, have you ever been to Everglades? There's a lot of great stuff down there you need to see. Let me tell you.
You know, you've heard of the Greyhound method, right? What they do, like why California has like such a bad. You have terrible timing on podcasts. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
So your first episode.
Let your phone ring again, Freddie.
Wait, I want to hear the Greyhound. What is this Greyhound?
They take like mentally ill people and they just give them a one-way ticket. Like if their family stopped paying for them at like the facilities or like the homes that they're at, or their family dies and like they're aging out, they just give them a one-way to San Diego.
Wait, why San Diego?
Because they won't freeze in the winter.
But why wouldn't San Diego just look like I heard San Francisco looks pretty bad these days with the homeless
probably
people.
San Francisco.
Ooh, San Francisco.
I think it's San Diego because it doesn't really get cold.
There's like homeless people everywhere in San Francisco. I don't know. I heard that.
Man, I was in San Francisco. I went to the Burger King. I walked in. They all got up and approached me. I was surrounded. Homeless people. They were all in the Burger King.
So you think it's San Francisco?
The Burger King was popping. I looked in the window like, okay, it's popping. You know, they turn over food. They got fresh food.
Like
I walked in.
Ball?
It was literally all homeless people in the Burger King. They all approached me. Said, can you buy me food or give me drugs? One person asked me for drugs.
No.
Well, at least they were, being honest. Remember what we talked about with the people asking for food?
Weed and
because
stuff.
they know you're not going to give them food? Mm-hmm. This guy was just like, nah, just give me
I was accosted by 6 or 7 homeless people all surrounded me.
Were you dressed like this?
No, I was not.
Because you look like one of them.
No, I don't. I look very celeb-like right now. Did you just snort?
No.
They probably just thought, oh, it's another one.
No. Only a loser snorts.
Yeah. But no, the homeless in San Francisco are aggressive. Like, they are legit.
Wait, so can we get back to this real quick? How is that legal for them to put a mentally challenged person on a bus and just send their ass off?
It's mentally ill, like so. It's like crazy, schizophrenic, bipolar, like all these people.
And they just send them to one place.
Send them to somewhere where they won't die in the winter because I guess it helps their guilt.
That's interesting.
And it's like I think that's why there's so many Florida man stories or this many because like people don't die in the winter, so that's where they go.
That's an
interesting
theory.
It's like we can live outside year round here.
That's an interesting theory. That's like not that it's the exact same, but the Jersey Shore turns into a ghost town in the winter. So what they do is a lot of the hotels and motels, they take in homeless people because they get tax write-offs for doing it, and they let them live there in the winter and it's free. So they let them. But then they're a lot of people don't know that, but now it's like. Hopefully now they do, but now,
note to self: if I'm ever homeless, I'm moving.
Well, because now when you go to those hotels in the summer, you're like, what's that?
Like it's still in the walls. Yeah,
what's that smell?
Hotels are a real risk, even the nicest ones.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when we were, my girlfriend can vouch for it. When we were down there for a wedding, there were fucking bed bugs.
Yeah, I've gotten bed bugs touring.
We got the hell out of there real quick.
I got bed bugs twice since becoming a comedian. Twice.
Yeah, because you told us about the one story you was with your boyfriend. They were biting you. They weren't biting him.
Did I tell you the story about when we were having sex and I got bit by a bed bug?
Didn't tell us that story, but go ahead.
We were having sex in a hotel and I felt a bite on my back and I smacked it and I looked at my hand and it was a bed bug on my back.
So you were riding?
Wait, was there blood in it?
You're riding.
Because sometimes when you pop those bad boys, there's blood inside.
Yeah, my blood, I think.
So you got bit?
Yes.
What if it wasn't your blood?
Oh my God.
I have AIDS again twice in this episode.
Yeah.
She got SIDS.
Yeah.
Not AIDS, but SIDS. It's just morphed.
I've got polio now. I don't know.
This is how those new viruses come around.
Right. Super AIDS.
It's some homeless person got bit and then it came and bit Kim and now all of a sudden their blood is just combined.
That's how you become homeless, actually. Then you just can't pay rent the next month.
You see the bed bug walking around.
By the way, I love how you went out of your way to throw the sex part into that story because you could have just said I was in a hotel and I got bit.
No, it was so much. It was so.
I was riding them like
I was getting pounded.
Yeah.
I was getting pounded in the bed.
No, she was like, I'm riding that thing because that's what I do. I take it. I give it. I don't just take it. He got to get this.
I felt something on my back.
Felt something.
So as my back was arched, right?
I take that dick like a cowboy.
No, it just makes the story so much more gross if you're having sex in the middle of being bit
you're
by
right.
bed bugs. It's just like
it does.
I remember like at that
You getting
moment, me and my
fucked from all the
boyfriend
way
were
around.
both just like, ugh, like the whole thing just.
But did you stop?
Yes, I was like, well, there's
No,
bugs.
I don't believe that. I don't believe you stopped, Kim. You got bit and you stopped. Cause I feel like you just focused. I feel like you was high fucking anyway.
No,
You weren't high this time?
no, I stopped because I saw the bug in my hand.
Oh, you grabbed
Listen,
the whole
it
bug.
is
Oh, okay.
it there is some kind of like traumatizing thing about
grabbed
it.
the
When
whole
you
bug,
see
yeah.
a bed bug, what I've told the story on the show before. When I
It
had
is.
them, there's like this stigma that comes with them that you're just like, I can't tell anyone about this.
No, yeah, it's like a shame you carry. It's like it's like getting an STD. I
Right,
swear
I
to
went
God.
years without telling people about
Oh
that.
God, it took me like therapy to be able to say this on this podcast today.
Yeah, it's
Getting
it's
bed bugs.
This
What
is
does
like a
your boyfriend
support
do, though?
group for us. It's like
Right.
Getting bed
where
bugs.
were you when it
and I
happened?
remember we were on tour and we were like staying with people, and I had to take my clothes to like a place and like get it like all my clothes cycled. And even then, I had my suitcase clean and everything. And even then, we were staying at a friend's house, and Lewis was like, "Just don't mention it. We don't have them,
don't
but,
tell
like,
anybody unless
it's
it comes
Your ass
up on
getting
a.
kicked out. You mentioned bed bug. Like, oh wow. Actually, you know what? I got like a
Nobody
a
will let you
carport,
stay
a
with
garage
them.
to stay in. That's
No, I didn't tell
perfectly
anyone
fine.
at work. I didn't tell anyone in my family.
No,
I didn't tell anyone.
You'll
It was
never
like-
be allowed at anything.
It was
again.
a secret that I thought was going to die with me and my cousin because we were the ones going through it. And then, but I'll tell you what happens when you find someone who has gone through the same shit.
You're like, you have
oh my God.
you have herpes too.
Right. Let's talk about
Gift
this.
that keeps on giving.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Where were you? Where were you when you saw your first?
Yeah.
So
And it was
question.
like,
So you,
yeah.
'cause you had bed bugs with your cousin before you got with your girl. Did your girl know about your bed bug situation?
I don't think not until afterwards. Not until afterwards.
Not until y'all was having sex and she was on the bottom. She got bit.
No, and then we were also working together at the time too. So
so you
she
had given them her bed bug.
Yeah, it was like
You already gave her the bed bugs. What you saying?
I did not. She never got the bed bugs.
Are we
but-
talking about STDs or bed bugs? What's happening here?
Yeah, where did you go with this, real
Me
quick?
and my cousin, we was fucking bitches.
No, it was but there's this trauma that comes with it where you can't sleep at night. You're like you constantly think that they're crawling on you, even though they're probably not.
It's you phantom feel them.
Yeah, they brought the dog in. The dog was like
A sniff dog?
one of those sniff dogs.
Oh, the hotel we were at was like, we don't have bed bugs. And I walked over in a napkin. I waited till the lobby filled up with
Yep.
people. I made it a
Yep.
thing. I was like, everybody look
It's so funny to say it because I did
what
the
they've
exact
done
same
to
thing.
me. Look at my back.
Yep.
Just got butt ass nigga. Like, look at me down my back.
I
Don't look.
was fucking just an hour ago.
Excuse me, sir, with the weird beard. Stop being like that. Look at my back. What did your boyfriend do when you smacked the bed bug and you had it in your hand? Did he stop too?
Yeah, it was like a moment we were both like, ugh. And, like,
Yeah,
we
I
just,
would be
like,
pretty.
I mean, I don't know.
got up,
Like most
I
dudes,
packed
you
my
like
shit,
you in
and
the
I called
middle and you get the bed bug like, oh snap, you gonna act gonna stop. Oh, let me see that bed bug. Damn, you still going like, damn, that's a crazy bed bug. That then once
It is pretty. It's pretty fucking gross. It's pretty.
have you ever
nasty.
had bed bugs,
Have you ever
Freddie?
seen a bed bug?
Have
They
you
are
ever
like,
had? Have you ever had them?
I've never seen one.
Okay, then you don't understand. It is like,
Okay, here we go.
So
look at
Our
them.
producer put up there's a bed bug on someone's.
Ah!
You know what I
I'm
always-
fucked up looking at it.
you know what I always wonder? Who are the people who volunteer to take the pictures with the bed bug on them? Like, what is
Whose
what is?
finger is that?
Yeah, well, it's like probably
That's
I'm
not a
guessing like
finger.
a,
That's an arm or
palm,
something.
maybe there's something. It's like, but who volunteered to hold the bed bug while they took a
that's
picture?
not a palm. That's like an arm.
And they're
There's
so
no
sneaky.
prints.
You never really see them, right?
They're
also-
apparently very quick, and they hide in the crevices.
I'm itchy thinking about it. It's really fucking.
Yeah.
No, I've had fleas though, because
No,
I had a dog.
Wait,
I will-
how have we brought this up in the past and you never told us your flea story? And how do you have fleas?
Because I had a dog and
No,
the
How
dogs
dog
poor
get fleas.
are you?
No, dogs get fleas.
was very poor.
Well, actually, no. And I do remember your mother saying that you guys raised dogs, right?
No, my dad breeded dogs, but this wasn't that time. He breeded Rottweilers, and this one we had a Siberian Husky, Simone. I actually got the name of Simone. She was a beautiful Siberian Husky, all white, had like different color, like eyes blue and gold or something like that. But the dog was dumb as hell. It would go out in the yard, poop, and then put his face in the poop.
Oh, like a dog.
Oh, dogs do that? Oh,
Yeah,
I
see-
never had a dog that did that.
Yeah,
never except this dog.
My family dog, who we've had for about 8 years now, insists on shitting and then eating her shit. Which we're like, that's really gross. But you're like, at least it's
like,
minus 30 degrees outside. I don't have to go out and clean up the shit now.
Well, you're like, we're saving money on food.
And then an hour later, then it's like trying to lick you. He's like, no, I just saw what you did with your tongue.
Well, that's the negative side of it. You're like, now stay the fuck away from me.
Right. So our dog had fleas and then came in the house and then brought the fleas in the house. And I was like, fleas?
How old were you when this happened?
That was when I first moved to Nashville. I might have been like 16.
Okay.
15, 16.
Okay. So did you bring fleas to like school with you, and were you known as the kid who had fleas?
Freddie Fleas?
I'm picturing like Pigpen,
Freddie Flea TV?
like a black version of Pigpen.
Oh my God,
right now.
Freddie Flea TV.
Well, we just came up with our name of our episode for this.
No, you better not.
Absolutely.
All you bitches in there, everybody.
Whoa, I'm a fucking genius.
All you bitches
Write it
in there.
down.
No, you from
Write it
Australia.
Oh my
You better
God,
stop.
I'm going to come.
We ship you off like the British did everybody back in the day and ship you off to Australia. Our producers from Australia, I'm going to ship you off just like the British did. No, you better not.
Speaking of sending people to Florida, I mean, Australia was basically like the Florida.
Right, exactly.
Isn't that where they sent felons and criminals?
Exactly. You got convicted, you're going to Australia.
Yeah. Let's get back to your flea story, though. I don't want to change the subject.
Shut your ass.
All right, Freddie
up.
Flea.
This bullying has gone too far. I've had enough.
No, trust me. We're writing this down because we're going to get your parents on the phone next
Oh my
week, and
God.
we're going to have them tell us the story about the fleas.
Mr. and Mrs. Flea TV.
Yeah.
Well, just to tell you, Big Mo, he wasn't in the picture then, so he doesn't know anything about
shit.
this.
Wait, how does that work?
He was still in Atlanta. My parents divorced when I was 9.
Oh, you said he wasn't in the picture. Like, he wasn't, like, around yet. So I was waiting. I thought we were going to go down another road, which was going to be awesome.
No, he just,
So
my parents got
we've
divorced, so he just wasn't there.
To
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, welcome to the club, buddy. I'm pretty sure everyone's parents are divorced these days.
Oh, damn.
If your parents are
that's
together, I think
sobering.
you're weird.
Oh, my gosh. Jeez Louise.
Sorry.
I have faith in marriage, guys. Freddie Flea TV, Freddie B TV.
It is really funny. You got to give it to me. It
Yes.
is funny. It rolls right off the
Faith.
tongue. Okay, so
All right. So Florida and San Francisco are just hotbeds for mentally ill people,
Miami.
homeless people.
South Beach, Miami.
Are they sending them to South Beach, though?
Every time I go
where
to
I would
South
go.
Beach, I always get accosted by a homeless person that
I think a
wants
lot
to tell
of
me
them
a
go to
story.
Miami.
Yeah. Is that a fact? I haven't been down there, so.
I mean, like anytime you go to a city and a homeless person come to tell you a story, then that's a problem.
Well, also, homeless people don't go to small towns. They'll die. No one's going to feed you.
Very true.
You're not going to ask the same 300 people over and over again.
But somebody may take you in though.
No.
I feel like if you hit
You
the right
never
small
see
town.
the town I'm from. You never see home. You see, like there's so few homeless people that my mom and my sister make a fuss out of seeing a homeless person. And
but if you're strategic,
it like shocks me. We'll be driving. They'll be like, "Oh, look," and I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "A homeless person." I'm like, "So what? Keep driving." I'm like, "So New York." I'm like, "So what?"
That wasn't New York accent though.
Yeah.
That was straight Southern. But I feel like if you're strategic as a homeless person, you can go to the right small town and you can win. Meet somebody who's like, your mom and your sister.
So I just started this new documentary on Netflix, and I don't want to get too far down this road, but it's called Murder Mountain. And it's like
the hell?
all
We're
these
not going down
people
this road.
that are not homeless, but they might as well be. But they go up there in the Northern California, they take buses, and it's this like remote area, but it's where they make all the medicinal weed. And people just start disappearing left and right.
No.
Yeah.
Is it true?
It's a documentary. It's all true. So they just keep taking buses up there, and people just keep going missing.
Whoa! People coming missing and people keep going up there.
Yeah, because there's
Makes no sense at
Have
all.
you seen the movie Annihilation?
so you'll understand if you watch it, because it's where they're selling all the medicinal weed. So it's all like hippies and like people who smoke weed. Like they're all traveling up there
like people
because
no
they
one
think they're
cares
going to
about.
work on these farms. They think they're going to work on these farms, and they're going to get free weed, and they're going to make tons of money selling weed. And people just start going missing.
So what
and
is it?
They can't solve any of the disappearances.
Oh, I need to
I'm
watch
just
it.
trying to think of like if you promised me a job at a place where people kept going missing and nobody
Dude, how
knew.
about
would
the
I
fact
still
that
go?
it's called Murder Mountain, and yet people are
that.
still going,
Right.
and it's called Murder Mountain.
Those people
like you
want
know what?
it.
I'll be homeless. Ship me off to Florida.
There's like cars, there's like abandoned cars in the woods that no one even like claims, and they're just there. It's
I guess maybe drugs are that powerful. I don't know, Kim. You smoke a lot of weed. Kim tried. She tried to do a 30-day abstinence of weed.
yeah. How long did that last, Kim?
20 hours. Actually, that's the longest
I
I've
was
gone
gonna
in
say that's
10
pretty
years.
long. That's pretty long.
No, look, you need some new followers on Twitter. She posted that. All her followers, none of her followers supported her. They was like,
None of
yeah,
them.
fuck that shit. Smoke your weed, bitch. Like,
Well,
I'm
know
like,
your audience. I don't really
Obviously.
picture her her audience being the kind of
The Christian
supporters.
evangelicals.
Exactly.
I can't even say it.
Exactly. I would have expected that response from her followers.
Yeah, you guys, I love y'all.
Yeah. So a side note here. So the NYPD finally started following Subway Creatures after all these years.
Here we go.
And
Come on, why buzzkill? Why'd you tell me that?
And well, even more now they want help. They want Subway Creatures to post people who are sexual predators and public lewdness on their stories so they can find these people.
Are they paying NYPD
I was like-
motherfucking prices?
So I'm sitting there and
I'll
I'm
sell
like-
someone out on this podcast right now.
Oh, you got some names?
No, give me some. I'll say them.
Well, I sent him a picture of Freddie. I go, does this guy look familiar?
Oh, Freddie. We love
The guy was like, wait a minute.
Okay. So next
no.
week I won't be here.
Yeah.
You want me to go see me? That's him! Pow, pow, pow! Oh, why'd you shoot me?
No,
I'm just
his
a sexual
response was like,
predator.
they all look the same to us.
There you go. That makes sense. Maybe a few others get killed and they get an outrage before they get to me. Cool.
Well,
trying to stay alive.
all right. So my thing is, so in the past, this was way before I even, they even reached out to me. I do like to help here and there, especially when people go missing. Like, there's a lot of the time autistic people, autistic
That's
kids,
always super sad.
or people with dementia. They'll go missing and they were last seen in the subway. I do it all the time. I'll throw up. There's a missing poster or some kind of whatever it is,
Yes, important.
to try and help. I do like to help with that type of stuff.
Because that's so scary.
It is scary. And you know what? What if 9 out of 10 times it doesn't work, but the one time it does,
All that
and
matters.
it
It
does
scares the
save
fuck
one
out
person,
of me. Being with my boyfriend's son on the subway and like we'll get off the train and I always think like someone could just pull him back onto the train as it's closing.
Yeah.
Like as I'm holding his hand too. Like it doesn't have to. Yeah, Freddie.
the guy with the sunglasses over here.
He
look like
he's
suspect
hiding.
number one.
Yes, you look suspicious right now.
Looks like I own a Bugatti. That's what it looks like right now.
Oh,
Because
it looks like you're washing a Bugatti. You're the guy hired to clean it.
I couldn't think of anything funny.
Well,
I'm pissed.
yeah.
I'm so angry. There's something funny about Bugatti, and it's
there is
on the
a
tip
bully
of my
joke.
tongue.
So there was a couple years ago, there was a case where a woman was like, I was groped, and she said she got a picture of the guy. She's like, please, I need this guy to get, I need police to find him. I need his face out there.
Oh yeah, we definitely need to snitch on sex predators. I'll snitch on them.
So I did. I was like, you know what? If that was my mom or that was my sister, I definitely would want someone to help them. But what happened was, she took a picture of, I don't know if it was the wrong guy or what.
See, that's the
But now
problem.
you just outed an innocent guy, and their family reached out to me. They go, what the fuck is going on? You take this shit down immediately. Like there's no truth to this. Now, I don't know if the woman was crazy herself and she was totally bullshitting. I don't know if it was the wrong guy, but all I know is the family reached out and they were like, this is absolute bullshit. Like, I have no idea. Like, he's just, it's not the guy.
Yeah, you got to vet it.
So now I start thinking, I'm like, I just fucking might have outed like this innocent guy. Like, you really need to be careful with this shit.
Yeah, it's a huge
especially in like, I hate to say it, but the climate that we live now, where everyone left and right is like just pointing fingers. It's really bad when
any day now I'm gonna get a Me Too call. Just
you're
waiting
worried
for
about
it.
that. Can you imagine what's going through Freddie's mind?
Right.
Freddie,
Man.
I'm waiting.
he crookeded his glasses. That's how you know he's done some fucked up shit. To make your glasses crooked. They're straight and you just crooked them and then keep talking.
Yeah. Nothing comes back.
So that was one concern. Obviously, the other is, I would love to help, but I'm not about to start throwing people's names out there. And
I think the thing is, like, if people have a police report, like, if you went to the police, you filed a report, you've done all that paperwork, then.
But even then,
so I asked the guy who was controlling that account, reaching out to me. I said, I need to know, like, let's say I were to do this. I go, what are the parameters? What constitutes going after someone? Like, if there's a woman who just wants to, she fucking hates you. Like, you have an ex-girlfriend who's like, I'm gonna say that you touched me. And I'm going to go out there. Now, all of a sudden, now I'm just throwing up Freddie's picture because his ex-girlfriend's mad at him. And
filed a police report.
So I was like, so now I'm like, what's the, how are we doing? Like, what's the process of this? Right. And he said, the only way we ever put, those APBs out, the APB, All Points Bulletin, is for the people who, like, if they took a picture of the guy with, like, his dick out or... there was actually some touching involved. He goes, we'll never do it unless there's reason to arrest the guy. We're not just this isn't gonna turn into a witch hunt where we're just now looking for people. But that made me feel a little bit better. But still, I wanted to get your take on it because it's an interesting concept. You do want to help, but at the same time, there's that side of you that's like, I don't really want to be that guy. First.
Well, if you really want to know my opinion on it, yes, I think Louis is funny.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Yeah, I think that there is a very fine line. I think that it has been crossed. I think it will be crossed in the future. I think it has also not been crossed in some cases. And I think that it's so hard because like a lot of the times you don't want to let someone get away with something because you can't prove that other people have done it.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
How many times have you been on like a packed train where it's like you are packed like sardines in there and maybe it wasn't even intentional. And now all of a sudden some woman thinks that it's okay to send her picture.
I've accidentally touched a girl's butt. Like I've accidentally touched a girl's butt and been like, sorry. And she's like, oh, it's fine.
Right.
But and then I would think, oh, thank God I'm a girl, because if I was a guy, like I would feel so creepy.
Yeah, well, don't get me wrong. Like I'm not mixing up the people who are there's guys out there that literally whip their dicks out on the train and just start rubbing up on chicks. Like that's a thing. That happens all the time. You hear about it. Though that's a whole different story.
That's fucked up.
But, I'm not about to start outing people who my hand grazed your ass as I was going to fix my earphone, and all of a sudden now my picture's on Subway Creatures. They're looking for me, and I have to turn myself in at the precinct. It's like that's the shit I'm trying to avoid. So I don't know. It's in. I don't know where you draw the line, where you do that.
I mean, the line is a murky one. I will say with me being so famous, that like if the train is super packed, I just get off and get an Uber. I call my driver to take me where I got to go. So I never come into that. And the times I have brushed a girl's butt, they look and like, oh, you're Freddie B. I'm like, chill out, relax. And then we good. But here's the thing.
Our Freddie. Okay. That was good.
Here's the thing. I think with the police, I think that, it has to be like, somebody has to file a police report. If you went to the point, like what I said earlier, if you went to the whole extreme of filing a police report, then whoever that guy is.
I've also known girls that have filed police reports because they've been angry at.
Well, look at this whole past summer. What we just did with the Susan barbecue and the fucking woman calling police on people barbecuing. In the park.
About barbecue?
That's a police report.
That's not. No, she didn't file it. Like I'm talking about the paperwork.
Like
she just called the police. Right. I mean, we're trying to get past, all the white people calling police on black people. We got that.
I agree what you're saying. If
that's just people just calling the police. They just scared. They call the police. I'm talking about like filing the paperwork. You fill out all the filing a police report. You have to write down stuff.
My point is, there's people crazy enough to go through that trouble.
But what he's saying is, chances are most of those people will be telling.
So that's like a filter.
Yeah, that's a way of filtering. Once you get there, you got time to kind of think about it, calm down, and if you still are willing to, I called the police. You came out, and I'm still going to fill out all this paperwork and talk to you and do all that. Then it's like, because there's no clear case here.
Right.
There's no.
But even then, Freddie. But we're talking about even then. What wouldn't motivate someone to be so angry they just keep going through with it?
I mean, there's no way you can prevent that. Some people are just that far gone.
That's the problem.
And I think with that, then once you file a police report and then he posted and that person gets accosted and he found like he wasn't even there, then you go through with consequences. That person who filled it all out, and like that person wasn't even there. Like, how'd you even do that?
Yeah, there needs to be definitely more severe consequences
then you
for
get,
lying.
Yeah, you get like a misdemeanor.
Maybe this is a good point because exactly what you're saying. it is illegal to file a false police report.
Exactly.
So there is law to protect that.
Okay, that's a good point.
So maybe that's a good filter. Maybe that's a good
filter. If you do that, then there's no like lawyer comes in like, no, there's a mandatory, just like when they did the 3 strikes you're out, when they did that, like 3 strikes you're out, it was like, it don't matter what you did. It don't matter what it was. That 3rd strike, you gone for life.
Right.
It don't matter what you did. We don't want to hear it or whatever. So just same thing with that. It's like with this, you file a false police report, they come through, we go through the whole due process, and it's like, he wasn't even there?
Right.
Oh yeah, you got to automatic 3 months in prison, jail, or whatever, 6 months or whatever it is, whatever we decide what it is. And then people are like, you know what? Let me not do that because
you know what? That's a valid. I'd say that's a valid point,
Right.
and I like that filter. The police report filter is a good way of going about that.
I'm back on it.
because calling the police, you
yeah.
can just do that. People just, I'm scared. I'm just going, please. There's people down here cooking.
Right. Well, that's what I want. I want to filter those people out because how many times do you think it happens where a woman, you know, someone accidentally brushes into her and she's like, I've been accosted and I am now going to the police. I mean, it happens.
I didn't even know that's what accosted meant. It means
I've been
someone
rubbing off
rubbed
on you
up on
guys.
you?
I'm glad. Using these big words.
Accosted
Good
means
job,
someone
Rick.
rubbed up on you?
No, accosted means you get like grabbed, you get held up.
Okay, because, you know, I thought accosted was being like arrested.
This is the second time they're defining
Approach
words.
and
Approach and address
someone boldly,
aggressively.
aggressively.
I guess you could get arrested that way, so that I can see why I was thinking that.
Yeah.
But-
So when you said that, yeah, it's like like people use that. It's like kind of a amoebic term, but yeah, that's essentially what it means.
Okay.
Guys, side note before we get to the clip of the week, there was a guy, and I'm going to give this guy credit, even though I think the cause is a little weird. But so a guy DM'd me, and he started what he's calling the Subway Creatures Challenge. His name's Ben Bromberg, and
Hold on, wait. Did he started it with your blessing, or he just started it regardless?
He reached out to me and asked. We talked about it.
Okay.
He wanted. So what happened was he appeared on the account a few times because he's one of those guys who doesn't care who's watching, and he will just dance like crazy on the train when he's listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been posted a few times, and because of this, he just turned 30. Happy birthday, Ben.
Happy birthday.
He's donating money to the Brooklyn Community Bail Fund. He wants people to do that for his birthday. He wants people. He's not having a party or anything. He's donating money. But what he wants to do is what he's calling the Subway Creatures Challenge. He's having people dance like no one's watching on the subway, and then they post the video on their account. They hashtag Subway Creatures Challenge, and then he is matching their donations to the Brooklyn Community Bail Fund.
Really cool.
It's really nice what he's doing.
Okay,
and not only that, but he's using the account for such a good cause. Again, the cause, the Brooklyn Community Bail Fund, I think is pretty random, but this is what he chose to do. So I'll give him credit where I can. He's up to $745 of his $2,000 goal, which I think is actually pretty impressive. And on top of it, he's getting the hashtag out there. People are actually doing this. They're actually dancing, and then they're tagging 3 of their friends. And this is a thing that's happening.
I love that.
Yeah.
I hope I see one on my way home.
So Subway Creatures, Ben, if you're listening, is going to donate $200 towards your cause. We'll put it in towards your fund, and hopefully when Kim gets caught with drugs or Freddie gets caught on the subway
Thank you.
doing something,
doing some celebrity,
the Brooklyn Community Bail Fund, the money will be there for you. And
That's so
be able
funny.
to
It's
help
just
you.
an investment for me to get out.
I'm looking out for you guys in the long run.
I wonder if I'll go to jail.
So here's the crowd.
Right.
What is this?
So here's
It's
the
not
crowdfunding. It's called Crowd Rise.
That's something new. God damn.
This is fun. Subway Creatures Challenge. I love it.
Yeah, I thought it was a good idea. And you know what?
It's dope.
He could have done anything he wanted, and he chose to do Subway Creatures as the background for this. I thought it was a good idea.
Salute. Salute to Ben.
To be honest, I didn't want to bring too much attention to it because I was like, fuck, if I want to do a Subway Creatures Challenge somewhere in the future, people are going to just start dancing, and I'm going to be like, that's not what I wanted you to do. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I really want to, I want to bring.
Yeah, you know what? Let's take
this
it back.
guy. This guy.
Never mind, you guys.
This guy.
No. Cancel everything we said.
Forget what we just said. Fuck Ben.
We're not donating.
Yeah, so
I'm just kidding.
So, Ben, I wanted to recognize you're trying to do good for the community, and Subway Creatures wants to help you out with this. So,
Hell yeah.
this is a good thing, and hopefully people learn from your kind of pay it forward. So keep up the good work. And if you're listening, do the Subway Creatures challenge. Start dancing on the subway. Tag 3 friends. Hashtag it Subway Creatures challenge. And let's get Ben to his $2,000 goal. I think that would be pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If he could hit a happy 30th birthday, and if he could hit this goal, that'd be really awesome.
Hell yeah.
Let's get to the clip of the week real quick, guys.
Next up, Subway Creatures clip of the week.
So, guys, the What is New York account posted the other day a squirrel eating a fucking egg roll. Guys, this clip, I don't know what it is with people loving animals eating random food, but this clip was probably the most viral clip I've ever posted before.
No, really? That was the most viral?
I swear to God.
Yo, that looks like a girl giving me head because I got the elegante. Oh my God. That is hilarious.
Somehow you got that out of
elegante!
Not to mention, it is the fattest fucking squirrel ever. So that is absolutely a fat white chick on your dick right there. 100%.
Fat white girls get the best head, so that's fine.
That's fine. But this squirrel is the fattest squirrel ever.
Let me stop. Let me not say that.
How did it get to the top of the tree with an egg roll?
That is a fat ass squirrel.
God, that squirrel's so big. I didn't even see that.
Have you ever seen the video if animals were round? I think on
Stop.
It looks like
this is a thing.
There's an animation that someone made. It's really funny, and it's about if animals. Like, the theory is if all animals were round, just how they would live. Yeah, this is it. And it, like, fucking cracks me up.
Shit.
Because...
You are lucky we got some great producers. Without these great producers, you'd have been just ass out right now.
They're just really funny.
What is this? Why was you watching this? Look at this scary bastard. So right now, we're watching a video of a round animal with these big bug eyes. Look like they're all on meth.
Look at the squirrel moves around. Look at it moves around.
You know what the scary part is? Is that this is so accurate. This is so accurate to the squirrel in the tree with the egg roll.
That looks like one of them.
It looks like the squirrel
Look at this cat trying to pounce on this mouse.
These are mice right here. Oh, is that? No, it's a cat.
I recommend checking out the YouTube version of this episode because, or just go to What If Animals Were Round.
Fuck that! Go
YouTube
to our YouTube version of Subway Creatures podcast
and watch the video on our podcast.
On our podcast,
Definitely
you're listening right now.
Yeah.
You're listening right now, probably on iTunes. That was easy to pull this up, but there is a we're in a really nice fucking studio. These guys are fucking good looking. I'm hot. There's a bunch of hot chicks in the background. There's a bunch of shit to look at.
This chick is really hot. Look at this one. Oh, my bad. That's Rick's girl.
Oh, my God.
Never mind.
Oh, God. Here we go. Oh, no.
There's some more hot ones. Bang. Hot.
Kim, how did you find animals if animals were round?
What?
How did you find that?
I don't know. But it's funny, right?
It is, but it's also like, I want to smoke a weed pen right now and watch about a season of this.
Don't say you want to smoke a weed pen because she got like 5 of them in her pocket.
I know, but I don't have time to watch this right now.
She will take you to the moon.
It's pretty funny.
Back.
Can we go back to the squirrel in the tree? Because honestly, the squirrel in the tree could probably be on the show.
Yes.
On the Why Animals Around.
It looks like a cartoon right there.
It
looks
does.
Like a squirrel with a cat.
I totally get that.
Face.
That's me in the winter. That's how I get in the winter.
Here's another point that I just thought about. So look at the egg roll. You know the size of an egg roll?
It's a
look
full
at how
egg roll.
big that squirrel must be. It's holding an egg roll, and it looks like
a squirrel should be close to the size of the egg roll.
It could hold that egg roll with one hand if it wanted to.
No, but here's the thing with
in fact,
egg
that's
roll.
probably how it got up to the top of the tree. He just put it under his fucking arm and climbed the tree.
And that's the thing. Like the squirrel had to carry this full. It's a full egg roll. It ain't even bitten. It's not a piece of an egg roll.
Are you idiots?
It's a full egg roll.
That squirrel didn't climb up the tree. He just bounced and bounced and bounced until he got
you've been watching too much of that fucking animated show.
That damn round animal thing.
But there is this obsession with wild animals eating random food because then you had pizza rat, you had avocado rat, you had pizza squirrel,
rat, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We get it.
Well, pizza rat's fake anyway.
Is it?
You know that,
yeah,
right?
we talked about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do another episode in the future about that. But
this whole squirrel with a full egg roll.
You think that's fake?
No, this one not.
Oh, I thought you said it was.
No, it's not.
Squirrels love egg rolls just like us.
This squirrel is strong though. It got to because his hands ain't big.
It'd be funny if it pulled out some duck sauce.
Well, okay.
That's how I eat my egg rolls with duck sauce. It's amazing.
So this was all over the place. There was fucking companies in China reaching out to me. like, we want to use your squirrel video. Can we please use it? And I was like, holy
Egg rolls
shit,
are a
why do
thing
you
in China?
Huh?
Egg rolls are a thing in China? Like, are egg rolls?
Egg rolls are from China. Are you kidding me right now?
Are egg rolls?
Our egg rolls are their egg rolls.
No.
Yeah.
It's just America. We take everything and make it American.
What do you mean?
We took their version of an egg roll and made it less egg rolly, I'm sure. But it's their egg rolls still.
What white guy named Jeff prepares your egg rolls? Like, what? What do you mean?
General Tso's chicken is not in China.
It's not even how you fucking say that.
Okay, how do you say it?
I always
Who doesn't know how to
wondered
say
how you
General
say.
Tso's?
How many people mumble when they say General Tso's
Tso's chicken. General.
Can I get General Tso's
chicken?
Can I get General Tso's?
Egg rolls are closely related to, but distinct from the spring rolls served in mainland China.
Can we find out? Is it Tso's? Is it Tso's? How do you say General Tso's chicken?
It's General Tso's.
Like, if I ever go to China, I'm messing everything up.
Wait, what was I saying before? Tso's or Tso's? What was I just saying?
I don't know. but
General Tso's.
We're talking about
It ain't
Freddie
Tso's.
thinking that egg rolls are from America.
I thought they were American.
This is America. We made the egg rolls.
Spelling.
Oh, wait, there it is. So it's Tsao?
So.
So? It's
Tso's.
so?
I said it right. Ugly ass.
I've never called it that in my
Ugly.
life.
He called
Exactly.
you ugly. I love it.
Ugly ass looking motherfucker.
And I said it.
Big boots ass thing. I said it right.
All right, fine.
all
You're
right.
right again.
I said it right.
So squirrel eating an egg roll, you saw it here. It was from What is New York. Just remember it because
That
for
will
whatever
only
reason,
happen in New York.
well, that was in Red Hook, so that was out in Brooklyn.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's you could tell by the background, but either way, that was as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, you know when you see a video and you're like,
Oh,
oh,
wait, as soon as you
this
saw that,
video.
what'd you think?
I was like, oh, this, I'm gonna make egg roll.
Bruh, I saw this video, bruh.
Oh, look. Hey, babe, take my Hollister t-shirt off. Look.
My Hollister t-shirt. No, that's so
Definitely.
funny.
It's
That's
so
a funny way to make fun of a white guy, though, to say Hollister t-shirt. Stop.
Do you think that white people get mad when you say that though?
Hollister t-shirt? They
Yeah.
shouldn't. I've said worse.
But why?
I've said worse about my own race today on this podcast.
I don't know.
I'm half white.
You don't get to play all the cards in your jeans, all right?
What? What?
No, this show is
I
uncensored.
play all the cards. I literally.
no
I'm not gonna
holds
lie.
barred.
I'm not gonna lie. It got a slow start, but all of a sudden it was like, all right, let's start talking about squirrels with egg rolls.
There are 3
It
cards
was a
on this
slippery
table.
slope. It was a real slippery slope.
There are 3 cards on the table. I play them all.
Rick is a savage.
Ugh. All right, guys. Speaking of which, I want
bring
to
it back home,
hear.
Rick.
I want to hear your comments for the picture that was posted last week of a random bra that was on the ground. I know you guys might have captions for this. Guys, if we could pull up the picture. So this was just before New Year's. Guy trying to swipe his way through the turnstile, and there is a massive bra. I'm telling you, this is a big bra on the floor. Kim, what size would you say that probably is? I am not. I wouldn't know.
I would.
That's like what Mrs. Claus wears.
Okay, it's a Mrs. Claus bra.
Yeah, that's a.
You know what? I'm a. What's the
I
size
can't
after
say
triple
because it's
D?
gonna ruin my
Size
caption
after
if I.
triple
s-
D.
You're gonna
F.
ruin
F?
my.
I say 38F.
Yeah, these
Am
are.
I? Should I stop talking real quick?
No, I mean it doesn't matter. These are some fat titties.
They're fat tats.
Yeah, whoever
I'll say
took that
juicy.
bra off needed to breathe. I could tell. They just needed to breathe. They
What do
were
you think?
claustrophobic.
What does happen with this? Like, what is this
I
situation?
think that's either a slip gym bag situation. A lot of the times I'll just like pick up a pair of jeans. Who knows if there's a bra in it?
This bra is so big
a hoodie.
that if the woman who was wearing this is not wearing a bra, like it's probably making a clapping noise as she walks.
No, this bra's so big, it looked like that's what David used to kill Goliath.
That is a
really
big bra.
Yeah.
Like
And it's a dirty bra.
Yeah, that was my caption. I was gonna say that's a dirty ass bra. So cross that out. Thanks, Rick.
Oh, what you got? What?
So Rick girlfriend just said that's Mrs. Doubtfire bra.
I do get that bodysuit she had. Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about? Yeah.
Oh, is that what it? Oh, that's the
I
reference
see
you're going
it.
with.
I see it.
All right, so Jennifer in the background.
Rick, I'm pretty
She's
sure
so
some ass
cute.
tonight. You better
Wants-
relax, Rick.
Stop. I love her.
She wants to make a Mrs. Doubtfire reference for this one. So for those of you listening,
Because you could hang yourself with it. Get it? I'm depressed.
Where are my kids?
Oh my God.
Oh, rest in peace, Robin Williams. I love you.
Man.
Shout out to Robin.
Good one lost. So how do you want to do it this week? Do you want me to give mine the highest rated one first, or you want to do it last?
Let's hear yours and then we'll do ours.
All right, so it's not mine, but Rossi Grossi said if this was real ass New York City Cinderella story, that would be a Timberland, and that's just true. That is, I mean,
I like how she spelled Timberland like the producer Timberland.
yeah, right.
It's not Timberland. It's like Timberland.
Yeah, and for those of you not from New York, Timberlands are an absolute staple.
Oh yeah.
For footwear in not just the subway, but just in New York City in
like
general.
Every New Yorker, they don't wear socks with Timberlands. They wear smaller Timberlands.
Right,
inside
and
the
anyone who
Timberland.
wears Timberlands says the word dead ass. Those are just facts.
Yeah.
There's no getting around
Also
that.
say facts.
That's
Facts.
well.
Facts. Dead ass. What?
All right. What do you got? Which one do you want to go first?
Wait, hold on. You showed your shoes, Rick. What kind of shoes
Yeah,
you
'cause
got?
I don't got Tim's on.
You got the Paul Revere.
No,
11s
these
on.
are my Thursday boots. Shout out to Thursday boots.
Oh shit! Thursday boots.
I thought it was the Paul
Thursday
Revere
boots.
11s.
Throw me over some boots. You hear? I'm a
Right, I saw
this
some
Puerto Rican
Apple.
bitch over here wants some
They're
boots.
clean.
Come on.
Clean.
Look, I got these fucking Walmart ones from my grandma. I've been wearing for 6 fucking years.
trash shoes she got.
Thursday.
Shout out to Darnell.
Mine still got fur on them.
Look at mine. I'm just gonna take this. We're gonna do this. Look, I just got these New Balances. Shout out to New Balance. You know, this is a premier collab with New Balance.
You got to keep those clean, man.
I know it's hard to keep this suede.
I got
clean,
some
though.
Skechers boots.
Made in USA. Shout out to America. Okay, that's enough of that.
A lot of shout outs today. Kim, let's jump to you. Well, no, should we do you or Freddie? Because I
I
always
only
like
have
how
one. Let's do Freddie because I only have one.
I love when whoever goes first has the funnier one. So then it's just it's crickets for the second person. So which one?
No, because she said she had a funny one. So
But I only have one.
I'll go first.
Yeah, but
she said hers was
trust
funny.
me, your one will probably trump his 10.
Look.
So let's.
Fuck you.
Old ugly ass.
win.
That's what he said.
Old ugly ass crackers.
I love when he calls me ugly. It's my favorite fucking
What
shit.
was the last one you just said?
Oh no, that's what I heard in my head.
Did you call yourself a cuck?
No, he called himself a crack.
Cracker. Oh, okay.
Like, funny thing, I've never said that word in my life.
Good.
That's
You
the wild
shouldn't.
part.
You shouldn't.
He didn't even say it this time. He was like, crack. I was like, whoa, you
It's
can
that
say
magic
that.
potion he's drinking.
You know that word came from, you know what that word came from,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I know where it came from.
The Louis C.K. Stand up was very funny about that.
Was
He
it
wanted-
about that?
Well, he was like, "That's all right if you want to call me a cracker. The word's
Yeah, I saw
derived
that.
from cracking a whip."
Right, yeah. It was like, you want to call me that? That's fine.
Yeah.
That was
It is.
us
It's like a power
beating
move.
y'all ass.
That's like,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I mean, that's why I never understood why people, why black people say
One of
that.
the greatest of all time. Slave masters. Just kidding. Louis C.K. Louis C.K.
Freddie, what do you got for this? For the bra on the ground, the massive, massive bra that's sitting on the ground. What do you got for this
So, I
one?
mean, mine was, that's a dirty ass bra, but you said it earlier. But looks like a porn star love story.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, I'm just gonna add that
I'm into that
I
one.
got two. The last one is when you're in New York on New Year's Eve and the balls really drop.
Okay.
Oh,
I like
okay.
that one.
Okay.
I'm into that.
To that.
I'm into the balls really dropping.
Kim, what do you got?
Victoria's Sea Train.
Oh.
Because
All
the
right.
sea, you see,
I mean,
see
you
in the
could go
picture?
higher. You could go higher. That could be like a. I don't know bra sizes.
Yeah,
after,
but it
like,
wouldn't have sounded
D.
like secret.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
C.
Yeah. But no, but also that's actually at the C train. Look in the picture. Top
It
right-hand
is.
corner.
It is.
There we
ACEL.
go. Victoria's
yeah.
Sea Train.
That's actually the 14th Street stop. Because it's got
Exactly.
the L up there, too.
ACEL. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Good call, Kim. I mean,
She's
that
on
was.
point.
Well, you know her with her puns.
Yeah, she's like
She
pun
loves her
queen.
puns.
Yeah, she's like pun queen. I can't even.
Guys, we're already out of time.
Fuck.
Yeah, damn it, right? Darn it.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it.
Y'all say the curse word out. Darn it. Freaky Friday.
Freddie, get us started on shameless plugging, please.
Yo, look. Y'all know the show. Subscribe, comment, and like. No. Damn.
How do you always forget this?
Rate.
Oh, no.
Rate.
Subscribe, comment, and rate. Tell 3 people you love and 3 people you hate. Make sure you follow me on all social media. Your main man's Freddie BTV. There is no Y in my name. You put a Y in my name, your mama got a fat big toe.
Freddie, all you have to do every week is remember what rhymes with hate.
Shut up, Kim! You just snorted again!
I'm having breathing problems.
Kim, what do
I
you
think.
got for us?
Sleep apnea and you awake.
I know. You guys, thank you so much for listening. Follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon. Follow me on Instagram at Kim Congdon. Check out my other podcast, Broad Topics with an X. That's on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, everywhere you find podcasts. With my co-host Alex Scarlato. She's the fucking shit. She's super funny. Check out Stone Science, youtube.com/Stone Science. My tours on my Twitter. I love you. Fucking rate and review this podcast.
Rate, review, subscribe to the podcast, iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, anywhere you find your podcasts where you listen to them. Also, feel free to check out a 14-day free trial using promo code Subway on GasDigitalNetwork.com. Not only do you get this show, you will get all the other shows in the network, and you can cancel for free after 14 days. So check it out. And like Kim said, please subscribe, rate, review. And that's
Please.
what's in it for us. That's going to do us big things.
We don't charge for the show. The show's completely free.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Just
to slay Freddie B.
Hope you guys like the show. Until next week, we'll see ya.